before we get started with this video, I now sell merchandise. So if you're interested in buying a t-shirt or a mug, I have a link to my store in the description. I really appreciate anybody that purchases any one of my products. How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Hognose Hogs, back with another video. And today I'm going to be going over my top 5 Sable Morph combinations. So the Sable gene combined with either recessive gene or an incomplete dominant. In my opinion, I think the Sable gene right now is the best recessive gene because it enhances any other gene that is combined with. So without further ado, let's get started with number 5, which is going to be the storm cloud. So the storm cloud is a visual sable and exanthic, and the cool thing about them is that they hatch out with a bluish color. The reason why I have them high on my list is because that bluish color will actually disappear as the snake ages, and in my opinion I think they kind of look worse as they age. So they start off with a nice blue color, but as they age you'll start seeing more of that exanthic, that grays and darker colors kick in and the blue kind of fade away, and I don't think they look as impressive as adults as they look as babies. So that's why I'm gonna have this at number 5. But they are a very popular hognose snake morph. I saw my first one this year at Daytona. Next we're gonna go with number 4, and that's gonna be the toasted caramel. So the toasted caramel is a visual sable as well as caramel, and not too many people are working with this. It's probably 3 or 4 people that even have a visual one in the world. And so I really like the way they look. They kind of remind me of a Mai Tai, but they're definitely different. And I'm really surprised that more people aren't really working with them because the caramel gene can actually reduce some of the head pattern of the hognose. And I think you really can produce some really cool animals when you combine the caramel and the sable gene. So going along, we're gonna go with number 3, and this is the Mai Tai hognose. So the Mai Tai is a visual sable and toffee belly. They have a really cool looking color. They're almost kind of like a copper color, but kind of orange. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I actually have one in my collection. It's a really unique animal, and they have that kind of a brownish purplish belly, which is really unique. And I really like the Arctic Mai Tais, which just takes it to the next level. But yeah, this is my number 3 morph combination. Definitely an animal that is becoming more popular. And once you start adding some background colors like the greens, you really can make these animals stand out. So I really like the Mai Tai, and I'm really focusing on that in the future with my projects. And then number 2, I'm gonna have the Sunburst hognose. So the Sunburst is a visual sable and albino, and this is probably my favorite hognose on the list. And so everybody knows my hognose Cheeto that I had that passed away, but it's really cool when you combine that sable to albino. It gives like this vibrant orange color. And then once you combine like the Arctic gene to it, it just highlights those saddles even more. And there's so much variation in the sunburst and the Arctic sunburst. Definitely had a hard time determining if I wanted this to be number 2 or number 1, but I'm gonna have it number 2, the sunburst hognose. And now number 1, my number 1 favorite sable morph combination in a hognose snake has to be the permafrost. Now it's not my favorite, but I think it's the most unique looking sable combination that we have right now, and it's probably because it's a 3 gene animal. So for those who don't know, the permafrost is a visual sable, caramel, and hypo, and they were first produced, I want to say, I'm not, either Mitch Davey or somebody else produced them. They produced them in the same year, but I know Mitch Davey is the one that's known for having them and introducing them to the market. But definitely the most unique sable combination that we have right now. It's just, I don't know, you can definitely see all the genes in the snake at the same time. You can see like the reduced head pattern and the reduced pattern that the caramel brings, how the hypo changes the color of it as well as the belly, and then how the sable darkens it up. It's just, I'm not good at describing it, but as you can see in the pictures, it's definitely a unique hognose. So this was just a quick video of my top 5 sable morph combinations, and I'll definitely make some more of these on other recessive genes as well as incomplete dominant genes. So I appreciate y'all for watching yet another one of these videos. Y'all have a nice day. Peace out. And I now have a Patreon account for those who want to support me even further. Here you will have access to exclusive videos, giveaways, as well as discounts. The link will be in the bottom in the description. And if you purchase RepuLinks, feel free to use the discount code ShovelHogs to receive 5% off of all purchases.